What's up guys, in this video I'm going to show you a really cool trick that you can do in Soothe2. I just saw it on Instagram and I just want to try it out and it just sounds amazing. So yeah, let's jump straight into the project. Okay, so for those of you that doesn't know what Soothe2 does, it's a plugin that kind of fixes resonances in your audio. So it's really useful if you have really harsh resonance frequencies. It can really tame those frequencies. You can use it as a de-esser on vocals. You can use it on guitars to maybe remove some resonance peaks in the guitar recording that is maybe like being too harsh on the mix. But I just saw a post on Instagram with a guy trying to sidechain his kick into Soothe, where the Soothe is put on the bass line. So basically acting as a sidechain compressor. And let me just tell you, the results are insane. So yeah, let's just have a listen to this small beat idea that I make. Okay, let's turn it off. So you can see on this waveform here, or like this visualizer, that it's basically ducking away all of those resonant peaks that are in the kick drum. So all the frequencies that are in the kick drum that I'm sidechaining to Soothe, Soothe is basically ducking those frequencies away in the bass line. So it's a really great way to just make room for your kick drum to your bass line. And what I have actually done in Soothe is that I have drawn this like curve here, so it's only affecting the low end, and then up to like 2K area, where it's not gonna apply any like side chaining, because I want to have like that top end of the bass line, this organ bass line. So I'm just gonna quickly show you how I have set this up in FL Studio. So if we navigate to the mixer track, the red one is my bass line and the blue one here is my kick drum. So the first thing that you want to do is that you want to navigate to the kick drum channel. You're going to right click on this small triangle on the bass line channel and saying route to this channel. Sidechain to this channel, sorry. This one, sidechain to this channel. And this basically just means that now it's inputting not audio, but just like a sidechain trigger input into the bass line. And we're gonna need that in our plugin later. Then we're gonna go to Soothe, open up, put Soothe on the bass line. Then we're gonna go to the plugin settings. We're gonna go under processing. And then down here under connections, we're gonna select for sidechain input. We're gonna enable it, and we're gonna select the kick drum that we routed, that we sidechain to the bassline channel. So how we're gonna set up Soothe is that, in my experience, like, you can use the soft one, but it's not gonna do so much like suppression of the resonance peaks in the kick drum. So I have a little bit more better experience with the hard mode, and then just cranking up the depth. We can try to play the sound, and then I can try to tweak these knobs here, and then you can like visually see the difference and also hear the difference. So basically turning up the depth really just adds more sidechaining to the bass line. Then of course you have sharpness and selectivity, and this basically controls like how precise Soothe is when it comes to like the resonance frequencies that we're gonna duck away in the bass line. And for me, because it's just like a bass line with some like lower frequencies, it just fits a little bit like for my vibe, for my taste, just having a little bit more like dialed back sharpness and selectivity, so it's not so like precise. And this is like basically the settings that I would use on the bass line. I think it sounds really interesting and also really cool. What I really like about this approach, instead of doing the traditional one where you will sidechain your kick drum as a trigger into the bass line, as we did, and then use like maybe like a fruity limiter or a compressor. Then I have the fruity limiter set to compressor mode. For the sidechain input, I have the kick drum. Then I set like a relatively short release, short attack, up with the ratio to around 4, and then put down the threshold. And let's just play it with the fruity limiter sidechain way so you can hear the difference. So this is with the fruity limiter acting as a sidechain compressor. And then we can go back to Soothe. The reason why I like Soothe is because it's not sidechaining the top end, and it's only sidechaining what's actually in the kick drum instead of the signal from the kick drum. And I know that you can use some other like multi-band compressors to do this, but if I were to just do this quickly with a quick workflow, I would always go to the fruity limiter because it's just quick for me to set up and have a sidechain that's where the kick drum is sidechained into the bass line. But after discovering this feature in Soothe, I'm actually a little bit more keen to explore more about this. This is relatively new to me, so I haven't like tried so much to it, but just testing it out in this small idea, it really sounds amazing. A quick thing that you could do is that we could actually try to combine both the fruity limiter and the Soothe for maximum control. So we can put down the threshold so it's not too low. That can yield some really crazy results actually, to be honest. Like you can really dive deep into some cool sidechaining settings by using both Soothe, but also like a traditional compressor for sidechaining. Yeah, that was just a small tip that I wanted to share with you guys. I know like that Soothe is a little bit expensive. I invested in this plugin because I also wanted to use it for other elements in my tracks, like mix bus, also on like synth and stuff, and this plugin is like really a game changer. It's totally worth the investment if you ask me. So yeah, that was just like a small video about what you can use Soothe for. I think it's really interesting plugin that I can't wait to discover more about. Okay guys, I hope you liked this video. If you did, it would mean so much to me if you would smash that like button or even subscribe to the channel. I've also launched a Discord server for like-minded producers, a place where we can share our track ideas, get feedback and also provide feedback. It's just a cool place to hang out and talk about music, and I really want you to get involved if you want to. The link is in the description down below where you can join the Discord. If you want to support me even further, you can go to my web shop and browse some of my sample packs and preset packs. The link is also in the description down below. So I hope to see you in the next video. Take care. Peace.